Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a bit of a different video for you guys as I'm doing a fitness tracker review. I feel like looking back at my channel, I'll do like one fitness type video a year and that's about it. I would like to change that. I do have a couple of ideas of fitness videos I'd like to add to my channel. So if you are a budding fitness enthusiast or someone who's a hard pusher at the gym, hopefully this can help you. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share. It means a whole lot to me and helps me out a whole lot. So today the video is going to be about two different fitness trackers. One is called the Moov, and this I got for Christmas from Scott, and the other one is the Fitbit Alta HR that I just got myself, and it just released within the last couple of weeks. So I've filmed this video 3 times, every time having a different fitness tracker to kind of talk about and share, but this is what it's come down to because I have this one which I've just purchased as an upgrade to the Fitbit One that I borrowed from Scott, and Scott and his family all have the Fitbit Charge 2 HR. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is just the physical differences between them, and then I'll get into the specifics of the apps, which for me is like the big make or break between them. So this is what they look like. Neither of them are too large. This one, the Moov, it's actually a disc inside of this jelly band. And then the Alta HR is this small silver piece here, and this is just the band that detaches. So this has bands that you can change to fit your mood, fit your color scheme, whatever you want. This one is just in the black, and it does come with a secondary band that is longer so that you can wear it on your ankle. So this can be worn on the wrist or the ankle. This is exclusively for the ankle. It has the heart rate laser beams on the back to track your heart rate. It also has a charger that clips to it. And this just has a USB end, so you can plug it into your computer, or if you have something like an Apple charger or anything like that, any cube that goes into the wall, you can add it into that. The Moov actually has a disc battery in it. So this only has to be replaced every 6 months, depending on how much you're using it. And this gets charged basically every 4 to 5 days, depending on how active you are. So for me, when I first purchased it and charged it, it lasted, I believe, 5 to 6 days before I had to charge it. I like to stay on top of it, so I might charge it a little sooner than I need to. I don't drain it all the way dead, and that's just a personal preference. The one big difference about the outsides of them is this is completely waterproof. This one is not. You will absolutely slaughter it if you get that into water. It is somewhat water resistant, so if you get splashed, you're okay, but you can't submerge it by any means. So that's one feature that I really liked about the Moov, and the reason why Scott purchased them for both of us. He's a big swimmer. He used to swim quite a lot, so when he goes to the gym, he likes to know exactly what he's doing in the pool and to be able to track that. So we will be using these in future for anytime we're in the pool, up at the cottage, when we're swimming in the lake, all that stuff. But from day to day, we've definitely moved over to the Fitbit Fam. What you see on this screen when you double tap it is the time and your heart rate, which you can't really see on screen. Then it filters into how many steps you've had in the day. It also, so I'm at 3.5 thousand. I also have my heart rate, which was about 88 the last time I was wearing it. I've torched 1.2 thousand calories, and then it also shows me that my next alarm is at 6:10 tomorrow morning to wake up for work. The Moov has no screen whatsoever. This is just what it is, and like I said, it pops out of here. So a lot of people kept asking me, hey Sid, what's the time? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not wearing a watch. And they're like, oh, you're not? Just because it is quite a misleading shape. I do love the fact that this has a clock on it, so it's just like wearing a watch. I chose to get it in black. Right now it's in black and like a blue-gray, and they have pre-order sales for some other stock colors. This was a Best Buy exclusive. It's just come out, so other than that and the Fitbit website, I don't think you can buy it anywhere else. And I'm going to show you guys the apps. They both come with fitness apps to help track, but they are vastly, vastly different. So I'm going to start with the Moov. The difference between the Moov and the Fitbit is basically that the Moov is an active minute tracker versus a step tracker. So Scott and I liked that because I was like, oh, I don't really care how many steps I do. I just want to know that I'm hitting my activity level. So it judges you to get about 30 minutes of activity each day. And that obviously counts as you walking around, so I would hit it no problem with teaching because I'm always walking around my classroom. So when you first open it up, it says 0 active minutes as I'm not presently wearing it. It does show you the last workout that you did. It has workouts built into the app for different categories. There's a circuit training one, which is quite nice, and you can build up the level of difficulty. Every time you do it, it challenges you to do more and to push yourself. So it has different workouts that you can do. So circuit training, running and walking, cycling, swimming, cardio, boxing, and then just tracking your general workout. It is quite cool because you can sync up 2 moves at once if you have them if you're doing boxing, and it'll actually give you information for your swing. It gives you information about your squats if you're overextending your knees or going too deep into them, or your knees are going over your toes. Yeah, knees going over your toes. So that's been kind of cool. And if you're doing jumping jacks, it'll say really clap your hands, extend yourself. So it was kind of cool / creepy with how accurate it was with your form. And with the running and cycling, it'll actually help to train you. So if you have different goals, like you want to work on your endurance or your, I don't know, whatever other things you want to work on, it'll actually help you go through all those stages to help produce the goals that you want. Along the bottom of the app, there's activities, which I've just gone through, your history, your progress, and your leaderboard. So the history shows your workouts. I've only done 1 workout through my Moov. The rest was just me going to the gym. It tracks your active minutes as well as your workout minutes. So when you do workouts through the app, it tracks those as the amount of time that you're doing those workouts. And then in progress, it shows you how many hours you've worked out, how many workouts you've done. It gives you little badges. It also tells you your average active minutes today, active minutes per day, as well as your sleep per night. I did quite like the sleep app on here, and the Fitbit actually just re-updated their sleep tracker, and so now the Fitbit sleep tracker is a little bit better. But it also shows your workout progress as well, which is kind of cool. And then you go into the leaderboard and you can add your friends just like in Fitbit, and you can track the active minutes as well as the workout minutes. So it was myself, Scott, and our friend Victoria, and neither of us are using our Moovs anymore for whatever reason. So right now there's nothing there. The only thing I didn't like about this is a 7-day leaderboard, and it refreshes completely every week. So you don't have access to your old information, but when you go into the Fitbit app, they actually have a rolling over schedule, and you can see everything for as long as you've had your Fitbit. So I quite appreciate that. So this is what the Fitbit app looks like. It is much more comprehensive. It shows you, for my homepage, it shows my steps, the kilometers I've traveled, my calories, and my number of active minutes. As you scroll down, you can customize what other pieces of this puzzle you show on your dashboard. So I have the calories, my intake, my water tracker. It has your heart rate, which is your resting heart rate, as well as your current heart rate. It has your sleep app. It has your tracking of exercise. It has my active hours. I have a goal for 12 hours a day, or about 11 hours a day, to be active and do at least 250 steps each hour, and it'll actually buzz my wrist and say, hey, get stepping. And then last but not least, I do have a scale. When I inputted my data into this app, said that I would like a calorie deficit each day, which is like the mid-range of 500 calories deficit, so I could lose some weight. Not that I'm overly focused on that, just a little personal note that I wanted to keep track of. So I love the food app. You can scan barcodes, you can enter just the calorie count of something, you can add all nutritional information of something you eat, or if it's something like a banana, you can actually just search it, and it will pull up the banana. It has some really great measurements. So for bananas, it has a small banana, extra large banana. It actually has a 6-inch or a 3-inch, 4-inch kind of sizing, so that you can actually get the proper calories for it. So it'll track whether you're under your target, on target, and over target. I've been really lax with recording my food recently. So I will say that there are some days here that I haven't had a lot of calories, or I just don't have any measurements whatsoever. But it's really awesome. Like this one day, end of February, I had way over target. It tells you how many calories you've had intaked today, as well as how many you've expelled, and that's how it makes the calibration of what you should be at. So this one day I was over target because I had about 1,400 calories in and about 1,700 calories out. So I was 218 calories over for my goal that day. It tracks it by mealtime as well as when you had your snack, whether it's a morning snack, afternoon, or evening. So that's pretty cool. Again, with the water, you can track by size, by milliliter, or in ounces, and just say, Okay, I've had my one small bottle, my one small glass. And then recently they've updated the sleep app. This is totally awesome. So I'll show you what it looked like before. Before it just had whether you were asleep, whether you're restless, or whether you're awake. And that's what the graph looked like. So the light blue was restlessness and the dark blue was when you were asleep. But now they've changed it into a REM sleep cycle. So it shows you when you're awake, when you're in REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. And I have to admit, it looks pretty awesome, and it really does help more than just saying, oh yeah, you're restless, oh my god, my tossing and turning, like what's going on? So this is what it looks like now. So you can see that I had some deep sleeps, I had some REM cycle sleeps as well, and I was awake. So I was awake 9% of the night, which is about 47 minutes. My REM was just under 3 hours. I was in light sleep for just under 4, and I was in deep sleep for about an hour and a half. And it actually gives you some stats about the different types of sleep and how each stage helps you. And it tells you your average for each night, it tells you your 30-day average, your benchmark, if you're reaching the amount of sleep you're supposed to have versus if you're under or even oversleeping. You can set up a sleep schedule of what time you go to bed, what time you wake up. I don't have that set, but I do have 2 silent alarms, so it'll actually vibrate on my wrist twice in the morning, which I've actually found is so much easier for me to get up versus just having my alarms like blast music and shake me out of bed. And then the last couple things, tracking exercise. This model in particular has a activity syncer where it knows that you started to work out and it'll actually track it for you, and then you can go in and fine tune whether it was on a treadmill or an elliptical and stuff like that. I wore it to the gym last week and I did a 30-minute circuit on a treadmill. I did about a 20-minute run, and then the rest was a cool down or just slowing down, and it tracked about 22 minutes of exercise. So I changed it a little bit and said, look, I did 30, this is the distance I went, these are the calories that I burned, but it does automatically recognize that you're working out, which I think is pretty cool. Then the active hours, you can set, I think, anywhere from 4 hours to about 14 hours. And so that today I've gotten 5 out of 12 hours. Obviously I haven't hit my 12-hour mark yet, but I've been active for 5 of most of them for today. And I have lost 1.8 pounds since I had put in my target goal. I haven't been tracking it, so it says I have like 3.7 pounds more to go. I'm not wholly fussed on losing weight. It's for me, I did it because I know I've weighed less, doing less exercise. My goal is just for toning up, but I really do like in this one how there's challenges that you can do with friends. So there's a work week hustle, weekend warrior, daily showdown, goal day. So Scott and I are constantly competing with each other and setting up challenges. And there's also solo adventures that you can do, so you can walk different landscapes of the world and learn some cool things. They have a FitStar app, which is separate from their app. You can just download it. They do have a premium membership and they have some free videos. I'm sticking with free because that's just me, but they do really categorize them nicely. And there's way more, like if you want to do premium, they've got some really awesome ones they've built on more efficient workout. If you want to be challenged, if you want to do less cardio, or you want something that's softer on your joints, it'll do all of that for you. Of course, there is the friends list that I'm constantly stalking to see who's doing better, if I'm way up. I am about 11,000 higher than Scott right now. Just saying. But one of Scott's sisters is always killing it on my list, and I just sit there and I go, I hate you. But it's really fun. It makes you kind of nosy, but it is what it is. And then you can, like I said, set up silent alarms. You can tell which wrist you're wearing it on. If you're predominantly right-handed, usually it says go to the opposite hand. And then you just track other things. You can set other weight goals, other activity goals, sleep goals, nutrition goals, all that stuff. So I think it's pretty awesome. When I bought it, it was $199.95. So with tax Canadian, it came to about $225. The Moov now retails for about $80 Canadian. So there is quite a steep price difference, like well over $100. So if you're someone who is just concerned with making sure you're not sitting on your butt all day, then I would say the Moov is totally awesome. If you're somebody who likes to do fitness classes, or if you're a swimmer, I think that one would be great. I really like the Fitbit because of the water intake, calorie intake, option. The Moov does tell you your calorie outtake, you just can't record your food. So you have to have a food journal and record all that stuff, and I am absolutely terrible at doing that. So I really like that I can just open my phone during snack or during my lunch and just go, this is what I had today. And I've customized meals on my Fitbit app, so if I have the same lunch frequently, because you know we all have those habits, I can just say, oh yeah, I had a butter chicken pie, or I had this yogurt for snack, or I had this soup for lunch and whatnot. So it makes it really, really easy, and it really does give you a nice visual where you're like, oh, you know, I'm having a bad day, I'm having chocolate. And you know what? Everything balances out. So if you don't care about calories, you just want to be active, and you don't really care about logging food, then the Moov is definitely for you, especially because it's waterproof. You don't have to take it off to shower. This one you have to take off to shower, otherwise you'll ruin it. But I really do love the heart rate option because it tells you what your resting heart rate is, what your fat burn, if you're in fat burn mode, if you're in cardio mode, and it really does track it. So for me, that's really interesting, and I really quite like it, so I think it's worth it. It does have the same retail price as the Charge 2 HR, but the Charge 2 is like probably twice as wide, and because I'm little, that one just looks too massive on me. I don't like how it looks. It has a couple other additional features that this one does not, like mounting floors. It has GPS ingrained into it, so you can use another aspect of the Fitbit app that unlocks when you have that particular model. But I am so content with this one. I'm super excited for it, so I'm going to be hustling, going to the gym. It is officially, from filming day, it is officially 3 months till my birthday. 90 days, so I need to get my life together because I want to be in really great shape for my birthday. So yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any other further questions about the Moov Now or the Alta HR, please leave me a comment down below, hit me up on my social media so that I can answer it for you, and if I can't answer it, I can direct you elsewhere. I will leave the links down below to both of the models if you'd like to check them out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya!